Peru News Today. All you need to know about to Peru.
Confirmed, Peruvian national team will face Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic in March. The Peruvian national team matches will be played in Lima in the month of March. The first would be played in Matute and the second in the Monumental. Friendly insight. The Peruvian national team confirmed this Monday the rivals it will face on the FIFA date in March. Through a statement issued on his social networks, he reported that he will face Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic, both games to be played in Lima, on Friday, March 22 and Tuesday, March 26, respectively. Our beautiful love is back, La Bicolor is back. Together with the best fans, we will face Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic, La Blanquiroja reported on their X account. The idea of the FPF is that the match with Nicaragua will be played in Matute, and that the match with the Dominican Republic will be played in the Monumental Stadium. Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic, the first rivals of the Fossati era. The Jorge Fossati era will start in March with 2 friendlies in our country. On Friday, March 22, they will face Nicaragua, and on Tuesday, the 26th, of the same month, against the Dominican Republic. For Agustin Lozano, president of the FPF, the friendly matches with the Central American teams were agreed upon at the request of the technical command. We are very excited about this new stage of the bicolor. From the selection area, the FPF establishes coordination to define the suitable rivals, according to the requirements of the technical command. From this, the FPF carries out the procedures and these friendlies are agreed upon. With Central American teams, he indicated at first. Professor Fossati's details given to the media about preferring rivals whose game is similar to what the Copa America competition and the qualifiers will be are important. We as the Federation support the criteria he has at this beginning of his process, he added. On the other hand, Lozano assured that they are considering facing teams from other continents in the upcoming FIFA dates. The bicolor, surely, in another stage of its preparation, will play with rivals of a different nature, but I want to specify that there was no impediment of representation or contract to play in March in the United States. I reiterate, it is up to us as a federation to attend to the plan of the technical command above all, he concluded. Nicola Porcella recorded her first romantic scenes for the new Televisa soap opera. Nicola Porcella recorded her first romantic scenes for the new Televisa soap opera. Nicola Porcella will share roles with transgender actress Coco Maxima. His characters will live a love story, something that the Peruvian sees as another step towards achieving respect for the LGBT community. After traveling to Mexico in search of new opportunities, Nicola Porcella's television career has been gaining notoriety, especially during his participation in the reality show La Casa de los Famosos, where he conquered the hearts of the Aztec public. Now, the former member of Esto Es Guerra is about to take a momentous leap in his career by joining the cast of the next Televisa soap opera, titled El Amor No Tiene Recetas. Under the direction of Juan Osorio, the Mexican production will hit the screens next month, specifically on Monday, February 19, 2024, occupying the coveted prime time on the Los Estrellas channel. What role will Nicola Porcella have in the Mexican soap opera? Nicola Porcella will share roles with the transgender actress Coco Maxima, which has generated great expectations among the Mexican audience. A preview of the plot reveals the chemistry between the two, showing the Peruvian about to star in a kiss with his fictional partner. His characters will live a tender love story, something that Nicola Porcella sees as another step towards achieving respect for the transgender community. We are going to tell difficult things that Coco Maxima has gone through just like her character. Now we are going to see it in the soap opera. We are going to touch on the topic in a very beautiful and inclusive way, Porcella said in statements to the Hoy program. Within Love Has No Recipe, Porcella will take on the role of Kenzo, a wealthy young man and one of the best friends of Mexican actor Daniel Albitar, who plays the main character of the story. Regarding its premiere in Peru, the telenovela could arrive a few months after the premiere in Mexico, depending on the reception that the production has in Aztec lands. With a tentative estimate, El Amor No Tiene Recetas is expected to land on Peruvian screens around the beginning of July 2024. What did Yako say about Nicola's success? Television host Giaco Eskenazi spoke about the success of Nicola Porcella, his former partner in Esto Es Guerra, who is conquering the Mexican stage after his participation in the reality show La Casa de los Famosos. In a conversation with RPP's En Escena program, Eskenazi shared that Porcella is happy and calm in this new stage of his life. I think that, in some way, inside his heart, his revenge was played out. He has come out ahead. Likewise, he confessed that they maintain contact, despite the distances and agendas. He even shared advice that he repeats to his friend: "Whenever I talk to him, I tell him to behave." Will Millet Figueroa be in the documentary Lost Tinethly?
Will Millet Figueroa be in the documentary Lost Tinethly? Marcelo Tinethly reveals the intimacy of his family in the reality documentary Lost Tinethly. Will Millet Figueroa be there? Amazon Prime Video released the first preview of the reality show showing the daily activities of Marcelo Tinethly with his daughters. Marcelo Tinethly will open the doors of his house to the whole world in Lost Tinethly, a reality documentary that will soon be broadcast on the Amazon Prime Video streaming platform and will feature the participation of his entire family, including his 5 children, Michaela, Candelaria, Francisco, Juanita, and Lorenzo. Showing intimacy seems to me that today it is part of something beautiful, something that brings you closer to people and is also something that unites my family. Marcelo Tinethly is heard saying at the beginning of the first preview of Amazon Prime Video released this Thursday, January 4th on YouTube and other digital platforms, and which already has more than 9,000 views. This is how the popular Argentine driver and businessman will reveal his family life, showing how he lives with his children and the various daily activities he does such as soccer, housework, showing the most intimate moments in the family environment. The audio-visual record of just over 30 seconds shows the luxurious mansion that Millet Figueroa's current partner has in Punta del Este, in Uruguay. Similarly, Marcelo Tinethly is seen being scolded by his daughters, who express their pride in carrying the Tinethly surname. In addition, a personal conversation that the former president of San Lorenzo has with his cousin, the musician Luciano El Tirai Jr. What is Marcelo Tinethly's new family reality show about? Lost Tinethly will be a reality show that will show the most personal side of Marcelo Tinethly. The recordings will be carried out by the production company La Flia exclusively for Prime Video in more than 240 countries around the world. This documentary reality show, which will give the public a glimpse into the professional and private lives of TV host Marcelo Tinethly and his family, begins with preparations for a New Year's Eve party at his exclusive mansion in Punta del Este, Uruguay, highlighted the Prime Video statement. It is worth mentioning that a release date for this new documentary has not yet been confirmed. However, it is already included in the list of series on the popular platform for 2024. People are going to discover an authentic, intimate and never-before-seen Marcelo. They are going to see him in his role as father, friend and partner, said Juanma Martinez Medina, in charge of the project. Will Millet Figueroa be in the documentary Lost Tinethly? It should be noted that, although Millet Figueroa does not appear in the first preview of Lost Tinethly, it was learned that the Peruvian model and current partner of Marcelo Tinethly will be part of the Argentine reality show because the objective is to show the sentimental side of the driver. Likewise, Angel de Brito, one of the judges of the program Bailando 2023, reported that the Peruvian will arrive soon for the recordings of Lost Tinethly after her departure from the dance reality show due to health problems. Now they are starting to record in Punta del Este. This weekend they are already recording the reality show where Millet, Marcelo's children, Tirai, Mimi, all of them participate, said the host of LAM. Marcelo Tinethly is a prominent Argentine driver, businessman and sports leader. RLA's invitation to Marcelo Tinethly. At the end of October, the mayor of Lima, Rafael Lopez Aliaga, extended a cordial invitation to Marcelo Tinethly, offering him the opportunity to visit Lima and Cusco with all expenses covered. The news was shared by the Argentine presenter himself on his show, just minutes before Millet Figueroa took to the dance floor. The mayor's proposal offered an exclusive itinerary for Tinethly to explore the charms of the City of Kings and have the experience of discovering Machu Picchu. Although Tinethly did not provide a direct response to the invitation, he said with a laugh, "We are not going to be coming to see you either, Mayor." Era momento de abordar el avión, pero la joven nunca apareció. Se dirigieron a su habitación y sus maletas estaban intactas. Acudieron a las cámaras de seguridad del casino y pudieron ver que Natalie Holloway salió del lugar en compañía del holandés y dos hombres más. Al preguntar por su paradero, él mencionó que no la conocía, pero después contó que la había llevado al hotel, lo cual no pasó. Así dio inicio a su mentira. De inmediato se le avisó a los padres de Holloway y pusieron en marcha una ardua búsqueda para encontrarla a fin de que dicten sentencia contra Joran van der Sloot. En ese mismo año lo detuvieron por caer en contradicciones con sus testimonios. Cabe recalcar que la joven de 18 años fue vista por última vez saliendo de un club nocturno con Joran van der Sloot y otros dos hombres, los hermanos Deepak y Satish Kalpoe. Los tres fueron detenidos en 2005, pero quedaron en libertad por falta de pruebas. Pero con la condición de colaborar con la justicia. Al poco tiempo, el feminicida empezó a extorsionar a la familia de la víctima para pedir dinero a cambio de revelar donde se encontraba el cuerpo de la joven. Luego de obtener lo solicitado, el asesino envió un correo diciendo que todo era mentira, mientras tanto huía de la isla Perú. Hasta la actualidad, no se ha encontrado el cuerpo de Holloway. En 2012, un juez de Alabama firmó una orden declarándola legalmente muerta. La vez que Joran van der Sloot aseguró que tiene experiencias paranormales. Joran van der Sloot ha estado recluido en el penal de Piedras Gordas pagando su pena, y luego de varios meses de ausencia reapareció en un video donde asegura que tiene experiencias paranormales. En lo más profundo de mi tristeza recibí un sentimiento de felicidad. La habitación donde yo estaba era muy pequeña, pero yo vi claramente una luz blanca y allí estaba parado alguien, se le escuchó decir. El asesino de Stephanie Flores se dejó ver después de 4 años vistiendo una camiseta del Club Universitario de Deportes que le regalaron sus compañeros de celda Jose Roque Alejos Cholo Payet y David Sánchez Manrique Pancorvo Loco David. Van der Sloot busca eludir a justicia de EU casándose con joven peruana. El holandés Joran van der Sloot, sentenciado a 28 años de cárcel por asesinar en Lima a la estudiante de economía Stephanie Flores Ramírez, buscaría eludir una eventual expulsión a Estados Unidos casándose con una joven peruana a quien conoció en prisión. Juristas consultados por la República explicaron que la boda permitiría al confeso homicida librarse del proceso que una corte federal estadounidense lo reserva por fraude telefónico y extorsión, delitos penados hasta con cadena perpetua en ese país. La novia de Van der Sloot, Lady Carol Figueroa Uceda, 22, ya ha tramitado la realización del matrimonio civil en la municipalidad de Ancón, consignando como escenario de la ceremonia la cárcel de máxima seguridad Piedras Gordas. Funcionarios de dicha comunal confirmaron que los contranis han cumplido con todos los requisitos que se exige a las parejas comunes. Sin embargo, aclararon que por ser el holandés un convicto por homicidio, falta que el Instituto Nacional Penitenciario, INPE, lo someta a una evaluación psiquiátrica a fin de establecer si representa o no un peligro para la futura esposa. El penalista Ricardo Eusebio de la Fuente no descartó que la boda de Van der Sloot constituye una maniobra legal. Cuando un extranjero se casa con una peruana, adquiere automáticamente la nacionalidad de la cónyuge. Si se de la boda, las autoridades no podrán expulsarlo de nuestro país por tratarse de un connacional infanticidio. The couple was also the focus of controversy due to accusations of alleged money laundering through online casinos and complicity with third parties. This is how justice was done for the unjust death of these young girls and thus protect society by keeping this dangerous individual out of circulation. In addition, it seeks to provide justice to the victims and their families, offering official recognition of the crime. The sentence also has a deterrent component to prevent future criminal acts and contributes to the restoration of order and confidence in the justice system. viscous and will be very difficult to strain. 4. When you have the emollient without impurities, sweeten it with honey or sugar to taste. 5. Finish the emollient with the lemon juice. If you use a juicer, make sure not to press completely, as the lemon will release the oil from the peel and make the drink bitter. Serve immediately. 6. Taking advantage of the fact that you already have the emollient ready, before sweetening with sugar you can prepare some spirit drinks. One of them, and the easiest, is the pitted emollient, perfect for cold times because with a single sip you regulate your body temperature. To prepare it, after straining the emollient, sweeten it with gum syrup and add the lemon juice. 7. Serve in a transparent heat-resistant cup and measure 2 ounces of pisco. You can use the pisco that you like the most. However, we recommend Quebranta pisco because it highlights the citrus aromas. Our Peruvian emollient is ready, a delight to the palate.
Best grilled chicken in the world by Tasteless Unmatched Flavor.
Meet the Peruvian restaurant that prepares the best grilled chicken in the world, according to Taste Atlas. Peruvian gastronomy has stood out on the international scene for its rich variety of flavors. Highly prestigious publications, including the Washington Post and the New York Times, have recognized the culinary quality that the Andean country offers. In the global culinary arena, Peru stands out for its varied offering of dishes that have gained worldwide recognition. Prestigious media such as the Washington Post and the New York Times have praised the excellence of Peruvian gastronomy. Despite the diversity of flavors that characterizes Peruvian cuisine, one dish in particular has managed to conquer the tastes of both residents and visitors: grilled chicken. In this context, Taste Atlas, a renowned gastronomic portal, announced which is the best place to taste this dish worldwide, and it is Peruvian. This distinction not only highlights the quality and authenticity of grilled chicken, but also the growing influence of Peruvian cuisine on the international scene. The renowned gastronomic portal classifies grilled chicken as one of the best Peruvian dishes due to its characteristic crispy and juicy texture, achieved by being slowly cooked by firewood or charcoal. Traditionally, it is served accompanied by French fries and salads, forming a combination that has gained popularity throughout Peru. Currently, this culinary delight is consumed daily by approximately 27 million Peruvians. Taste Atlas also provides details on the key ingredients that make up this dish: chicken, garlic, ají panca, rosemary, vinegar, beer, soy sauce, silao, and vegetable oil. The rating given by the portal to this Peruvian dish is 4.5 out of 5, underlining its quality and acceptance both nationally and internationally. According to Taste Atlas and the critics specialized in this platform, part exposure to the sun.
Paolo Guerrero is approaching Colo-Colo and will play with Arturo Vidal, they say from Chile. Paolo Guerrero is approaching Colo-Colo and would play with Arturo Vidal, they say from Chile. Chile's La Tercera reports that Paolo Guerrero appears on Colo-Colo's agenda for this season. Paolo Guerrero still hasn't found a club since he left LDU in Ecuador, but from Chile they assure that Colo-Colo, who has just introduced Arturo Vidal, has him on their agenda for his possible signing. La Tercera de Chile points out that the name of Paolo Guerrero is already in the offices of Colo-Colo, which would now focus on hiring the historic scorer of the Peruvian national team. According to the information, Guerrero was offered to Colo-Colo, a club where the priority would not be to hire a forward, although since this is the case of the Predator, the start of negotiations would not be ruled out. In 2023, the former Bayern Munich and Hamburg player did not have a good time at Racing Club as he could not count on the support of then coach Fernando Gago. Thus he asked for his departure to find greater opportunities, which he found at LDU. In the Ecuadorian team he won the titles of the Ecuadorian Pro League and the Copa Sudamericana. He played 20 games and scored 8 goals. Did Guerrero rule out the University of Chile? Guerrero, who is now a free player, would have ruled out playing for the University of Chile 3 weeks ago. The fate of the experienced Peruvian striker remains uncertain, but his arrival at Colo-Colo could become a reality this season. As recalled, on June 22, the Albos announced that "We meet again, King," the winningest footballer in the history of the country, breaking the market of the southern neighbor. In that context, Paolo Guerrero would fit like a glove in the project that seeks to bring Colo-Colo to its 34th star in the Chilean First Division after 2 seasons. If his arrival materializes, the 40-year-old Peruvian striker would sign a 6-month contract with the option to extend to be able to protect himself from how unpredictable football can be. Nestor Bonilla leaves Alianza Lima and goes with Ricardo Gareca to the Chilean national team. Nestor Bonilla leaves Alianza Lima and goes with Ricardo Gareca to the Chilean national team. He knows the details of the departure of Nestor Bonilla, who worked as a sports advisor for Alianza Lima. Ricardo Gareca was presented on Thursday with great expectations as the new coach of the Chilean national team. The Tigre, in a press conference, pointed out that his main objective will be to qualify La Roja for the 2026 World Cup. For this purpose he will have to count on his trusted coaching staff, among them, Nestor Bonilla. Bonilla will leave his position as external advisor in sports management and infrastructure development at Alianza Lima after 6 months, all to be able to work as Gareca's physical trainer at La Roja. At first it was analyzed that Bonilla continue working at Alianza remotely, but the leadership of the Chilean national team rejected this possibility. The idea is to focus 100% on working together with Gareca. Let us remember that Bonilla worked with Gareca in the Peruvian national team from 2015 to 2022. At that stage, the bicolor managed to return to a World Cup after 36 years by qualifying for Russia 2018. Gareca would debut in Chile versus Albania. The president of the National Professional Football Association, ANFP, Pablo Milad, reported that only details are missing to close an international friendly against Albania, which will represent the debut of Argentine Ricardo Gareca as coach of the Chilean national team. "We are fine-tuning details with Albania. We would play in Italy. It is not final yet, but it is a very high percentage," said Milad, who presented Gareca with the mission of Chile climbing positions in the South American qualifiers table. "We are working out details, defining in which city we are going to play in Italy, but the negotiation is advanced," Milad added. If the friendly is finalized, Chile would play against Albania prior to the confirmed friendly against France, which is scheduled for March 26, at the Velodrome Stadium in Marseille. The thermal sensation could reach 40 degrees in Peru in the coming weeks, warns Sinamhi. The thermal sensation could reach 40 degrees in Peru in the coming weeks, warns Sinamhi. Benito Valderrama, representative of Sinamhi, also warned that high temperatures will increase in the coming weeks, reaching values of 31 degrees. "We have reached historic peaks," he warned. The National Meteorology and Hydrology Service of Peru, CNME, reported that the thermal sensation could reach 40 degrees in Peru. The institution pointed out that temperatures this 2024 are very high compared to previous years, at least the last 3 years. Benito Valderrama, representative of CNME, also warned that high temperatures will increase in the coming weeks, reaching values of 31 degrees. This situation could continue during the month of February. We have reached historical peaks. Yesterday we reached temperatures above 37 degrees towards the northern sector. The thermal sensation usually reaches between 1 or 2 degrees more, that is conditional. It will depend a lot on many factors such as humidity, body factor, people, age and other conditions that increase this value, indicated the specialist. The specialist explained that the thermal sensation depends on 2 main factors, humidity and temperature. Likewise, he recommended that citizens avoid exposing themselves during the periods of time in which high temperatures are recorded, which range between noon and 3 in the afternoon. The thermal sensation is the sensation of each person, which can increase 1 or 2 degrees. In this case, the CNME emits the thermal sensation based on a heat index, in which 2 variables intervene, humidity and temperature, added the CNME representative. Regions most affected by high temperatures. Benito Valderrama pointed out that the regions most affected by high temperatures are the northern coast and the northern jungle, so he asks the population to take the appropriate precautions to avoid any emergency. Right now we have a meteorological warning regarding the increase in temperature towards the northern jungle region. The department of Loreto is the most affected. Also the region of Piura and Tumbes, he noted. Quetzalcoatl, the last Inca bridge in the Andes of Peru.
Quetzalcoatl, the last Inca bridge in the Andes of Peru. During the time of the Incas, the Quechua people made hanging bridges, made of plant fibers, to cross the rugged geography of the Andes mountain range and thus connect some communities with others. Quetzalcoatl is the last living Inca bridge today, which is renewed every year for its conservation. The first week of June of each year, the entire population of the district of Queju, in Peru, gathers together for 3 days to collectively renew the rope bridge stretched between the 2 banks of the Apurimac River, thus observing a centuries-old tradition whose practice it has been inscribed on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity since 2013. Lying at the top of the vertiginous Queju Gorge, through whose bottom runs the Apurimac River, oracle of the mountain god in the Quechua language. This bridge connects to the Huanchiri, Shopibanda and Chaquewa communities that live on the left bank, with the Calana Queju community settled on the right bank. The last remaining plant fiber bridge in Peru, this work of traditional engineering is a symbol of the close bond that these communities maintain with their history, their traditions and the surrounding nature. 3.5 hours from the city of Cusco, in the Queju district and at an altitude of 3,700 meters, is the Quetzalcoatl Bridge over the Apurimac River, which measures 29 meters long and 1.20 meters wide. Every year, during the second week of June, the communities of Shopibanda, Chaquewa, Huanchiri and Calana Queju meet for their renewal. This process begins days before, when the residents go out in search of the coya, a resistant plant fiber used for the construction of the bridge. Once collected, it is left to dry for a day, then beaten with stones and soaked to harden. Once this process is finished, the kiswa is made, which is the union of several coyas until it forms a rope. All family members participate in this preparation. Days before the construction of the bridge begins, the coya is cut, a straw-colored grass that grows in the humid high areas of the Andean mountain range. This task is carried out by women, as well as children who learn from their earliest childhood to braid the fibers of that plant. On the street of a town we see a woman hitting a bundle of coya against a boulder to make it more flexible, while another uses the already softened stems to braid a rope with surprising dexterity. Everyone is rushing to get a defeat against Argentina. For its part, Paraguay is in second place with 4 units, after tying with Argentina and beating Uruguay. How does the Peruvian under-23 national team arrive? The Peruvian national team had a good debut in the pre-Olympic by beating its Chilean team 1-0 with a goal from Francesco Flores. However, it was not enough against Argentina, a match in which they lost 2-0 with goals from Thiago Almada, from a penalty, and Luciano Gondu. For this match against Paraguay, the Quimo del Solar team recovers Matthias Lontop, who saw red on the first day. We still have 2 games left. We have come to compete, we have Paraguay and Uruguay left. What we have to do is recover the boys, because we have had to play 4 games in a row, said the Peruvian coach, at the end of the duel against the Albiceleste team.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.